Hey everyone, Tim here, welcome back to another video on Giz Audio. Today we have a video for the TA Audio Prestige, another release from our beloved brand, TA Audio. The legends behind the Legacy series, the TA Audio Clairvoyance, the Monarch Original, the Oracle, the Excalibur, and the Monarch MK2, the Holy Grail, the benchmark endgame IEM, now has a new release, the Prestige, which first, let's talk about the non-sound aspect of the Prestige. First of all, the build quality, the faceplate, the cable, so good. This is probably my most favorite faceplate of all time. I dig this design so much, and they really been stepping up their faceplate game as of late. The Oracle MK2, the black scarlet one that I have, also looks fantastic. Cable is better than they ever were before, also with interchangeable termination, of course. Size and comfort, this is on the big side, so for those of you who have smaller ears, you will have an issue with this, because I don't think I have smaller ears because I can fit the Sony IER-C1R just fine. I can fit the Monarch MK2 just fine. This is giving me a little bit of an issue. It's not super uncomfortable, but it could be more comfortable. Now onto the sound breakdown. The Prestige has what we called a neutral balance type of signature with quite a heavy emphasis on the treble region. The bass on the Prestige is actually very well defined, clean. It has good impact, fun amount at the same time, but it is a little bit overshadowed due to how the overall signature is leaned. It's a lot more in the treble area, and we'll get to that here very soon. The lower mid-range is super clean, well separated from the bass, so male vocals and female vocals, their fundamentals sound very clean. Upper mid-range has this more of a steady decline slope to it. Vocals here can come across on the lean side, especially male vocals feel like they lack a little bit of body. Female vocals sound lighter, more ethereal. Females sound fine, honestly, in my personal opinion, but male vocals might sound like they're lacking that bit of body that male vocals need to sound the most natural. All things considered though, the mid-range here is very well done, super clean, and will be enjoyable to majority of you guys out there. Now in comes the biggest issue about the Prestige that is a deal breaker level issue for a lot of people, and that is the treble is simply a lot of it. Is well extended all the way. It's not the peakiest treble, so it has some level of smoothness to it as well. It's just the amount that's the issue. It's just a lot. So a lot of instruments that live in the upper mid-range and treble sound overly pronounced, like cymbal hits are really in your face. Like I said in my first impression video, I feel like I'm standing next to the cymbals and listening to music rather than I'm standing, you know, in front of the singer like I should be and listening to the singer. I'm listening to like the cymbals just hitting next to my ears instead. It doesn't sound that natural. And also, female vocal timbre comes across a little bit harsh at the same time, especially females that sings in the really higher ranges. They come across a bit grainy at times. Now, the amount of treble here is really made worse due to the fact that the upper mid-range also has a bit of leanness to it, like I mentioned. You pair the already lean upper mid-range with the amount of treble that you get here, you ultimately get a very bright tilted sounding IEM. All your brain is focused on the heaviest elements in the tuning, and this happens to be the treble because the bass is not enough to balance it out. There's not enough upper mid-range to balance it out. Now, this is a similar issue to the TA Audio Oracle MK2 version, but the Oracle MK2 for me is worse than the Prestige. The Prestige to me at least reined down that treble more than the Oracle MK2, sounds more natural than the Oracle MK2, but still has that similar issue where stuff just don't sound very natural here at the top end. The whole treble range needs to be reduced by like 2-3 dBs to be considered okay and balanced. Next is technical performance detail level, and the Prestige, although you might think there's a lot of treble to me, there might be a lot of micro details and micro nuance to be picked up from here, but in reality, it's just more distracting than anything else. So it has good levels of details due to the bass, lower mids being well separated, the bass is well defined, the vocals are generally cleaner. But since your brain is hyper focused on just, you know, the treble area, you get a lot of the treble details, yes, but what you don't know is you're kind of missing out on the smaller nuances in the other ranges. So detail level for me is just a I'll give it like around a timeless area. It's not any more than that, and definitely not something in-game price worthy. Now it's comparison time. Let's compare the Prestige to the Monarch MK2. Yes, the one IEM that the Prestige should have been aiming to do better than. Now the bass profile, even though the Prestige looks like it has more bass, when you actually listen to the two IEM, Monarch sounds more bassy because of how bright the Prestige leans. But credit where credit is due, the bass curve on the Prestige looked better than the Monarch, and if it wasn't for the treble, it would also sound better than the Monarch. Mid-range wise, I'll still give the win to Monarch MK2. It sounds just as clean, but at the same time, more full and more natural sounding than on the Prestige. And of course, the treble area, winner also Monarch MK2. It's just a more natural decay. The timbre is more real, true to life, and beautiful. So all in all, Monarch MK2 is still the better IEM if you want to buy something endgame from DA Audio, or you want to look for an endgame around this price tag in general. And another endgame option from DA Audio that's also good, I forgot to mention, is the V16. That one is both fun and balanced and natural. So final verdict, the Prestige for me gets an orange thumb. It's not a total not recommended IEM, simply because a lot of its tuning is actually still great. It's just that one issue that happens to be a big one that kind of ruins the IEM for a lot of people. But there are some people out there, and you know who you are, you love treble more than most people. You are the super treble head and you want all the treble in the world. Prestige might be the one that you should get next, because yes, like I said again, it has a lot of treble and all your brain will be focused on the treble. So if that sounds like something you want, then this might be the best IEM that's ever been created for you. So yeah, orange thumb for me. All right, that is it for this video today. Thank you so much for watching. I'd like to thank my Patreon subscriber now. We have Kay, Chadwick, Suni Roll, Norm, Ben, Robert, and of course, Mr. Mason. Thank you so much for the support. If you want to support the channel yourself, link to Patreon is down below. Many awesome perks there. And with that being said, I'll see you guys all in the next video. Peace and bye.
君が笑うだけで何でもできる気がする一緒に